What if I want to do something with it as the individual after I contributed? Is there a way to like borrow against this policy and like shares the infinite banking concept with PPLI?
Absolutely. So let's talk about that. The money gets moved into the policy and it's invested. There are ways to get it back out, to get it back into your, into your wallet. The first is either we would call a partial or complete surrender. So when you surrender a piece of your policy, you're basically making a withdrawal. You're saying, I want to take this out. Now, to the degree that you're taking out premium that you put in, you're taking money out that you put in, that can actually be withdrawn tax-free because you've already paid the taxes on it,
Okay.
right? However, you need to be careful because you are playing with the economics of the cash inside your policy. So that cash value, you're reducing it, which may affect your ability to support death benefit. And now we're getting into all sorts of case design things. And that's a partial surrender. A complete surrender is where you just take everything out. And what happens in that scenario is you have to pay all the tax. All of this tax deferral that you've been getting all along is gone and the bill has come due. So because of the risk of that, there are very few situations where we would recommend a complete surrender. There are some, they're family specific and not financial related. And then because of the risk that can come with a partial surrender of playing with the economics, we hardly recommend that either. The most efficient and common way we see people access the cash inside of their PPLI policies is through what's called a loan provision, which applies to many regular life insurance policies as well. And what it basically states is that a policy owner is able to get a loan against the value of their policy from the carrier or from some other lender at what is typically a favorable rate in the market. Rates are going to run the spectrum, but because it's a collateralized loan, your policy is serving as that collateral, it tends to be a little bit more favorable. And also because that collateral is right there, you can usually borrow a fair amount. So in the PPLI space, we see folks have the ability to borrow, up to 80 or sometimes even 90% of the value of their policies for cash to be used for whatever they wish. We almost never see anybody do that. In practice, that very rarely happens, but the way the loan structure works, you can certainly do that.